Alrighty, so this is going to be a reading for my Scorpios. Welcome. This is Mystical Crystal Tarot. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see my future readings, as well as hit the like button. Everybody who's watching it, smash the like button, okay, so that you could also get future readings from me as well. Now, we're going to do important messages that were meant to find you. We're going to do that type of forecast. So if you're interested in hearing what I have to say, stick around. Also, if you would like to get a personal reading, I offer some really affordable readings because it's all about the guidance, okay? But of course, I do believe in reciprocation. So if you are interested in getting a personal reading with me, I will have my website listed below, as well as opportunities to get 20% off, okay? Especially if you're going to be a new client, I want to welcome you in with 20% off. So join our emailing list or take our zodiac quiz for the sign of Scorpios, all right? So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Let's see what important messages were meant to find you at this moment, okay, Scorpios? What do your spirit guides have to say? What are some important messages that my Scorpios really need to hear at this moment, spirit? Okay. And don't be scared to check out my other videos. Get in the vibe over here. Let's see what comes up. What important messages were meant to find my Scorpios at this moment? What important messages were meant to find my Scorpios at this very moment? Let's get into it. So we're going to pull 9 of these. Then I'm going to pull 2 more from my deck over here. And we're going to see what other important things come up. And if we have more time at the end, I will pull some charms as well. So stick around for that. That gets real specific. Okay, so Scorpios, what important message was meant to find them at this very moment? What do they need to hear at this very moment? Oh, so let's go ahead and get into it, all right? So Scorpios, the important messages meant to find you at this moment. Let's back you up a little bit. There we go. For one, let's start with these 2 cards right here. So with these popping out, this is about you guys really having to walk away from things that make you feel uncomfortable, situations, relationships where you've pretty much outgrown the circumstance or certain individuals around you. And this is also realizing as well with what you want out of life, it's not going to come to you if you sit back and wait, you know. It's a situation where you make your circumstance. You kind of decide what your future is going to be based off of the actions that you take moving forward. So with walking away and storm warning coming up here, this is all about you really taking some time here to heed the warnings that the universe is sending you. Like for a lot of you, the important message that you really need to hear is that Spirit is sending you a lot of signs and messages, and your intuition is going to be ringing off the hook when it comes to, you know, stepping back from certain things. And I really do feel as if there's a need for you to listen to that. Make sure you're listening to your intuition, and you are pulling back from things that you have been exerting too much energy into. Like I said, if it's a job that you hate, instead of staying there and being like, oh, I hate this job, or, oh, living with your parents. If you live with your parents and then there's issues with you feeling as if you're being respected as an adult, if you're a younger adult watching this video, this is finally doing you. All right. Some more messages I'm seeing here, excuse me. This is speaking to a lot of my Scorpios who are going through a transformation. I really feel as if there's a need for you guys to allow yourself to dig deep in regards to what do you want to see out of your situation? Where do you want to see yourself in the next 7 months or even 7 years? Because for a lot of you, it has been this energy of like you wanting to do certain things in your career, but feeling either held back by the circumstances because you may feel like you need to save money to open that business, or you need to save money to go ahead and, you know, make that home purchase. But this is also looking at where you may be stopping yourself from really putting yourself out there in certain circumstances. So there's a need to really evaluate that. Make sure that you aren't holding yourself back from your own success. Sometimes we could be our own worst enemy by, you know, putting, you know, seeding doubt, making ourselves believe that we're not good enough. And we know that's not true. So if you do get in that energy, understand that's just a funk. And that's also just your mind playing tricks on you, okay? And you guys are Plutonian? Yeah, you guys have I cannot say the word. You guys have Plutonian energy. So sometimes with that Plutonian or that Pluto energy, it makes you kind of second guess yourself and then want to automatically assume the most negative things ever. There's a need to shift out of that. Now, another thing I'm seeing as well, this is speaking to traveling. For some of you, you really want to actually travel and see the world. Some of you, this is more about moving and moving to a different location that may interest you. And Spirit is really saying, yes, go for it. If you've been just like keeping it in the back of your head like, okay, this is a want for me, but I don't really know. There may be issues with that. There may be problems with that. This is Spirit saying to you, look, new territory is going to get you in this refreshed energy, excited to tackle the world. And this is going to be something that's good for you in the long term. If you really, you know, play your cards right, of course, don't just leave like, you know, out of the blue and then don't have any money saved up and things like that. But if you order your steps correctly and you do decide to move, this is looking like a good opportunity for you. For others of you, this is more about like, again, getting out of your comfort zone, trying new things, even in regards to love. Now, speaking to love, for a lot of you, Spirit is asking you to go deep within in regards to your relationship. There's this energy where you feel like your partner's kind of closed off to you, or the person who you're interested in, are they coming off very closed off? Or are you guys coming off closed off to new love if you're single? This is Spirit saying let go of the burdens of the past and the obstacles that you may have had in the past in regards to love and try a new approach to dating. Okay. If you're the type of person who's super open when you first start dating, try a different approach. If you're somebody who's super closed off, try a different approach. But there has to be a self-realization moment in regards to dating methods, the type of people that you are dating, and also the type of people that you entertain, knowing that they may not be good. So this is also Spirit asking you to take a step back in regards to that, okay? Some of you need to work on your connection or your communication if you're dealing with an Aries specifically, because communication could get defensive out of nowhere, and that is not healthy for the relationship. For a lot of you also, when it comes to family, now, when it comes to family issues, this could be like you having a fire sign in your family who just starts things, and it's like, oh my God, like, do we really have to argue? Do I really have to put up with this? For others of you, this is possibly somebody who you may have children with, where you guys really need to focus on how to be in a cordial relationship for the sake of the family as well. Like, that's going to be really, really important here. Also, when it comes to your sense of happiness, for a lot of you, you guys do fluctuate in energy. What needs to happen here is, like I said, you guys need to evaluate where you guys want to see yourself in the next 3 months, 3 years, or just what will make you feel content as far as your future is concerned. Now, let's pull a couple of charms, see what other messages come out. Okay. So for a lot of my Scorpios, what I'm seeing here is, for a lot of you, you need to allow like certain situations that are literally putting you in a space of just being stressed the heck out. you need to like let it just fly over your head, okay? Honestly, because you're going to have people who are going to test you. You're going to have situations that are just testy and you have to be careful how you react, okay? For a lot of you, what I will say is if you feel like certain things are moving too slow, especially when it comes to like a creative endeavor or like a business you're trying to get up and it's taking a lot of time to get it done, this is looking at what's slowing you down. Is this like your way of perceiving the business? What exactly can you do to accelerate business? Whether that's like email marketing and all the other stuff. Look at me trying to give you guys some business tips. But no, seriously, this is looking at how you can reshape your business, especially if you work online. I'm seeing stuff about children. Again, this is working on the relationship with whoever you may have children with, just for the sake of the child here. Some of you, I'm hearing stuff about citizenship. I don't know what that means. Spirit's talking about that. You'll know what I mean when I say that. For a lot of you also, like learning more about your spirituality is going to bring you closer and closer to self. So Spirit's asking you to really just get in touch with your roots, especially when it comes to your family and your ancestors, okay? So I'm going to stop right here. Thank you so much, Scorpios, for watching this. I really, really hope that you were able to take something from this reading. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button so that you can see my future readings. If you like the video and you subscribe, it lets YouTube know that they need to send you notifications, okay? And put my videos on your timeline. So do so. Again, if you want a personal reading, check that information out. And I will see each and every one of you in the next one.